All right, if you just joined us, this is still Enterprise Morning from headquarters in Lagos, Nigeria, Enterprise Television. It is. Now, let's move to our main conversation for today. The court reinstated Deputy Governor of Edo State, Philip Shaibu, announced his resumption of office in a broadcast, citing the Federal High Court's ruling that forfeited his impeachment processes. He directed staff to resume work and warned banks against conducting business with the office without his approval. However, the Edo State government described Shaibu as an imposter and urged the public to ignore him. The government claimed Shaibu's purported reinstatement is still active in court and that the current deputy governor is Omobayo Marvelous Godwin's. The security presence was increased around the government house and Shaibu's office, with roads blocked and armed security men stationed. The government warned of a potential breach to public and advised organizations to disregard correspondence from Shaibu. The issue is still in court, with the next hearing set for September the 24th, 2024. With us in the studio still is Cyril Baku. We had to let Barrister Vance go, but of course he's still joining us via virtually. Barrister, you can hear me, right?
Very well. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so very much for hanging on with us. And joining us in the studios right about now is Emeka Madunago, journalist and public affairs analyst. Good morning, Emeka.
Yeah.
Welcome. Thank you so very much, Cyril. All right, so there we have it, the issue of the political issue that is raging on in Edo State. But of course, this is a pound towards the issue of legality of the position of Shaibu. Barrister, this is your area of forte. Bring us up to speed. What is happening? Do we have differences legally that we should understand? Maybe Nigerians are yet to get.
Yes, sometimes this year the State House of Assembly in Edo State, commenced an impeachment proceeding against Deputy Governor Philip Shaibu, and according to their findings, they said the reason for the allegation was that he revealed government secrets and that amounted to sabotaging the Edo State government. As a result of that, they curated that to be what they call gross misconduct, and so that impeachment proceedings was commenced. Now, they eventually impeached him. After they impeached him, they went to the court, the Federal High Court, and not too long ago, the Federal High Court delivered a judgment that the impeachment was wrongful. And because it was wrongful, the court made a declaratory judgment that he brought back to office and all his entitlements and remunerations and all that he paid to him. And we also extended an order to the IG of police to restore his security and the rest of that. So that judgment is almost a month and now. And all of a sudden, yesterday, we heard that the former deputy governor resumed office on the ground that based on the judgment of the court, that he ought to have resumed office, and then they resumed office and made orders that all his staff that either to have not been coming to work must all report to work. And anybody that fails to come to work, there will be consequences. They are raising the bar to say that it remains the substantive deputy governor of Edo State, that anyone that deals with the other deputy governor, then it will go to no issue. Then the Edo State government came out yesterday and said that people will disregard Philip Shaibu's claim that he's still the deputy governor of the state. Now the question is this: the State House of Assembly went on appeal. You understand? Whether the judgment is declaratory, monetary, or whatsoever kind of judgment, as long as the judgment debtor has gone on appeal. Parties are supposed to maintain the status quo.
So the parties you're talking about here, the parties you're talking about here is Shaibu, isn't it?
No, I mean the parties are talking about parties to the suit.
Okay. Oh, okay.
The State House of Assembly strike, the State House of Assembly strike, and every person that is connected to that case, everyone is supposed to stay action. Because the truth is that Shaibu is a judgment creditor. The State House of Assembly and the other defendants are the judgment creditor. Now, the state and the State House of Assembly are now the appellants, and Shaibu is now a respondent. Once you go on appeal, okay, what it means is that the judgment debtor is not satisfied with the judgment of the court of first instance and go on appeal. Now, in that appeal, they file a stay of execution of the order, okay, of the Federal High Court. Now, it has been argued that because it's not an executory judgment, that a stay of execution does not count. But even at that, the mere fact that there is an appeal on a case, it is in itself enough to inform every warring party that someone has gone to a higher court, and as such, the statement or decision of the lower court is supposed to be kept at abeyance until the determination of the substantive suit. I know why Shaibu is resolving this, because he has seen that before judicial time is expended on appeal, his tenure will have expired. Okay? But what should be on record is that he was impeached and he was reinstated by the court. It does not matter whether he goes to resume or not. So I don't know who advised him to go resume, because two rounds cannot drink water from the same pocket at the same time.
Very, very true. Very, very true. Emeka, Shaibu should have been, comfortable enough for the fact that he was reinstated and shouldn't have, physically, desired to do what he is doing. So do you think this is a case of ego battling?
Ego, immaturity, and a bloated sense of self. I'm Edo by birth, even though I am from Anambra. I'm also an investor in Edo State, and there must be an environment of, a tranquil environment where people can live peacefully and do their businesses peacefully. But what Shaibu is coming to do is just being in office and working against the system because he says it's APC. And so the government
has formally declared.
He has said so openly.
Okay.
Let me tell you, I'm very happy about this democracy. Democracy and social media are two of the best things that have happened to Nigeria since independence. Because, you know what? They've been opening our eyes to things we didn't know about. More and more people are speaking. More and more people are speaking up. And what is it? Look at what happened in Rivers State. Suddenly we heard that some people who said we are no longer members of PDP, we have moved to APC. Suddenly we heard them saying again that we didn't write, we have not formally documented. So you now begin to wonder. So, but I'm happy we are ventilating issues. It's broadening the field of knowledge in different areas, and it's very good. So now the governor's election is coming up on the 16th of September. So Shaibu has lent himself to be used to, muddy the waters ahead of the governorship election. And it's very sad, because if you love the people through whose mandate you and the governor were elected in the first instance, you will make sure that whatever you do will not hurt the people. Because ultimately, you cannot be a general who fights and burns his nation down so that he can win. No. Because there is always a day of reckoning. There will always be a day of account. So my advice to Philip Shaibu is that as a young man, you see, politics is free though. The people who are urging him on, go fight, this, that, will turn away from him very soon. Once they see that is no longer useful to them, they will dump him.
All right. So, Cyril Abaku, with your study of political history, and of course, which gives room to forecast, what we see from what would be. Where do you see this going to? Where do you see this tilting to? Knowing that Shaibu has publicly said that he is no longer working with the PDP, is now working with the APC, is coming to want to stay in office. Where does this leave him politically?
Thank you for the question. First of all, you know that the manner in which the lawmakers impeached Shaibu was even controversial.
It was wrong in the first place.
Well, I wouldn't say wrong.
Okay.
It looked to be so.
Okay.
Let me leave it there. But it was upheld. He left office. He went to court to challenge his ouster. I think that what they are planning to do was what happened to Ebola Ajayi, or the man in Bondo, and even another one in Abia. After the deputy governor was impeached, the court didn't give government until after the time expired. So by the time they came and said reinstating, the thing was already gone. I suspect that Obaseki was running for that kind of scenario also. But the implication here is that in the Edo case and the Shaibu case, maybe the system is aware that the manner in which, look at the notice that was even said. They said notice within days they proceeded with impeachment. There was no time for the notice to even gestate. You know what I mean? But now, so they know that the way they did it was a gamble. So before you get judgment from the courts, it would have been all over. Elections are due within a few months, right? Shaibu also knows that this is not necessarily coming back to take his office, serve the people, help the governor. He has come to play the work of a spoiler. Like a human that's been sent from somebody to come and to go and destroy.
If I don't have it, let's all destroy it.
Let's all destroy it. Should we really be allowed to do that? I don't think you're allowed to do that. So the governor also, this is a war of, I know you, what you know is what I know. So what I can do, let me also see that whether you can do the same thing I can. The governor and the government will use everything they have in their power. Look at yesterday. They didn't waste any, they deployed soldiers and said, Shaibu said, the deputy governor, come and stand, let's see. Is not enough to talk, back to the talk with action. And we're not be found. Is he visiting his bedroom and his bathroom?
He was even before the impeachment, he had been moved out of the office of the deputy governor to one abandoned government property somewhere.
You know the danger? The danger is that, sincerely speaking, what Shaibu is doing now, in my opinion, is the most he can do. I don't think he holds much value for
even APC.
He does not. This is the best they can use him to achieve. So let him play the pawn in the middle. Obaseki will crush him. If he does not crush him, the APC will use him. And thereafter dump him.
All right.
So the man better get himself high and say former deputy governor and enjoy that class.
At the worst, with this judgment, he can negotiate a political solution whereby,
yes.
Okay, let there not be any liability that I was impeached, so that I can enjoy my severance pay and everything, and then it will be possible for me to run for another office in future.
All right, but
if I advise him, that's what I'll tell him to do.
Yes, of course, that is a personal choice. But by Stefan Sufeli, when we take a look at this, the court, right, which is a symbolic tool, has reinstated him. It's a choice whether or not he decides to resume office. But of course, he has chosen to do so. At this time that the state, the authority of the state is making it difficult for him, what can the court do further, since it is the court that had reinstated him and it is his choice to make himself present physically as the deputy?
No, it's not his choice. Okay. It's not his choice. Once there's an appeal, okay? Once there's an appeal, it is the actions, okay, of the lower court, the orders of the lower court ought to be stayed at abeyance. Okay? That's why I say it's not his choice. It ought not to have resumed office because there is a substantive deputy governor, okay, who will resume office. And the fact that he was deposed okay, or impeached. So he's supposed to allow the option of appeals to be exhausted before he then resume office. Well, I know why he resume. He wants to rush in to before the government tender elapsed to flex muscle that after all the court deliver the judgment in his favor. So why not? And then those who are facing that wrong for him, you also be ready when the day of reckoning comes. Because we are not saying that the status of assembly to be right thing by that impeachment. We know what was done in the bad case. Okay? But we're also saying that if good was done in bad faith, two wrongs will not make it right. They say that somebody has gone on appeal. It is in the interest of, it is in the own interest to ensure that before he gotten his one there already, he got judgment in favor. And then the appeal, the judgment of the court is coming 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from now. The judgment of the court is coming 2 weeks from now. So you got to wait for that 2 weeks. Then if the state decides to go to the Supreme Court, you will also need to exhaust that. Okay? It is immaterial whether before everything is exhausted, it's then out the fine. It is immaterial.
But yes,
but you call on the court to determine the matter early enough.
Yes, but I would love to ask. I do not know what the Constitution says, but of course, the more I know, when you defect to another political party, you make yourself totally not being part of the old political party you were before. Now he has, that's why I asked if officially he has declared to be in the APC. Now that he has been reinstated, does that still make him the right person for the position, knowing that he's no longer part of the PDP?
When it comes to the defection of a governor and a deputy governor, the Constitution is silent about it. But that of lawmakers, the Constitution is expressed about it. The Constitution says that a lawmaker who is sponsored by the political party, who clinches victory on the platform of that political party, when they first allow the political party, just like the case of the lawmakers in River State, his seat shall be declared vacant. Where he cannot prove that there is division in his party, there is a situation where he could not reasonably stay in that party based on the division and his power in the party. Okay, but when that of governors and deputy governors, if they defect from their party to another political party, just like Israel put it recently, are defecting to the APC, the law is silent about it. And the position of the law is that the express mention of one thing excludes the other. You are not reading into the law what is not there. So there is no political or legal offense on the side of Shaibu based on the defection that occurred recently. Because no law criminalizes it, or no law says it is wrongful to defect as a deputy governor, small deputy governor, a sitting deputy governor, sitting governor.
All right, Cyril Abaku, it's often said that a rolling stone gather no noise. It seems to us that Shaibu is that rolling stone. He is neither here nor there. You can't detect who his real friends are politically at this pace. That's why I asked, where do you see his political career going? He, of course, has lost out in the desire of becoming the governor of the state. Do you still see a possibility of him reincarnating politically?
Well, so there are a number of options, but the first red flag to that is the coalition that is about to bring Monday or February to the governor of Edo State, if at all the APC wins, is too crowded the pool. Too many interests. There are too many. The one they call lazy leaders, they are not being go. Those I don't know. That's one. That's even a
they're not still hanging to PDP with one hand.
With one hand.
You see hanging to PDP with one hand, his leg is still in the door.
The path is too winding. Adam Shomola is there. A lot of them. So they challenge. You know, Dawusa is actually the candidate of Adam Shomola.
Yeah.
The highest they can give are two things. One is Senate offer in the next election. But even that, he will have to keep Because frankly speaking, I do not know how much electoral value Shaibu commands. I'm not speaking to
Really?
I don't know.
Of course, he said that he was the engine room. He played the dating roles before Mr. Obaseki came back.
The mobilizers at the grassroots level, we know them. Okay? Yes, but so let me now but then I mean if it didn't work, assuming that those who are thinking that the crisis between you can pass the crisis between the Hausa and the Pueblo. If you agree to become another deputy governor, then that's fine. But until that even happens, I mean, certainly Sibas of Pepsi will take that. But I can tell you it won't be easy because political coalitions are formed on promises. Proud when he decamped. When did he decamp? You know, when he was about to decamp, even his boss, Oshomole, was saying, I don't have any room for orphans in my political structure. So Oshomole disowned him. His immediate boss, Obasi, also disowned him. He was like, if any of those other groups are strong, would have gone away, but even he couldn't go. You know, even within the APC, there are 3 strong candidates who vie for the ticket of the party. Okobere was vying. It also was vying. I think the other guy that said he won the vote based on the graphic. So it's not an easy ride. If he thinks it is, let him go. Me, I believe that what is even doing is he's bargaining for his reward from the APC in case they win the governorship. He will say that it was the one that that maybe in the last days of the government made the people look really bad and who didn't vote for them. Maybe if but I mean, and then you look at all this and then you also bring in the case of the Labour Party.
All right.
With Akpata pulling a lot of votes. So I mean, where does it really stand?
Yes.
Sorry, this one looks like drama actually. It has not come to look like whenever you hear of Shaibu, it is the next theatrical scene wants to pull up. We see where that takes it.
All right. Emeka, you understand Edo politics more than anyone here, and I do
presumably.
Not know, presumably, because you said you are, of course, an Edo man.
I'm still
So the question is, do you think Shaibu has got just like Shaibu said? Do you think it's got enough, grassroots love? Knowing that he stated on national TV that he was the engine room to Obaseki coming into power, and right now he's beginning to lose steam a bit. Now, do you still see the possibility of a PDP, gaining ground with all of this conundrum that is building here and there?
It's very clear. PDP will win that election. I've said it across different platforms. PDP will win. You see, yes, Obaseki may not have met full expectations of the people. You can't satisfy human beings. But at least it is on record in this country that Obaseki was a governor who raised the minimum wage from 30,000. And you can call it anything because of anything. The point is
a Trojan horse.
No. The central point is this. Was it in the interest of the people? Yes. Whether it was done by day or by night or by noon, or whether he was putting on a white shirt or yellow shirt, insofar as it was done in the interest of the people, that is what matters. The people are more interested in food on their table than whether the plate is white or black or yellow. So he increased minimum wage and it's on record. Whether you say he did it because they like Opebolo said it was a great gift, the APC governorship candidate, that was a great gift that the workers should reject it. I've never heard something so ridiculous. Now, somebody put sugar in your mouth, you should spit it out. That they should reject it. Eventually, the Tinubu government, APC Tinubu government, adopted the same 70,000 that Obaseki had paid 3 times back to back. What do you say about that? Such a person, you should listen to what such a person is saying. 2, Obaseki has been able to, and you saw the way Obaseki won the second term. There was this cry, Ogbane. That means give him, let him go again. Give him a second chance, And then, of course, the man in power now, Tinubu, tried to make incursion into Edo. But the people said, Edo not be Lagos. You cannot dictate to us here the way you dictate to the system in Lagos. So, all in all, Obaseki has done well. You can say yes, it's relative, yes, but you see, at least his policies have resonated with the people. There's a refinery now in Edo State, Edo Refinery.
Functional refinery.
It ought to be functional, but yesterday they said NUPRC has not given them the crude oil that's allocated to them. So that's why they are not working. So the Edo people have a refinery. There are some other things, that are in Edo State that if they are functioning will, help to revolutionize the economy of the state. So there's also an interesting point in this Shaibu's matter, which is, even though I'm not a lawyer, but I heard that there's a difference between the process and the procedure. There's established in a previous case. I don't know if Barrister will help us, that there's a difference between the process of impeachment and the procedure, adopted in impeaching him. So that the court, I think the court upheld the process, and ruled against the procedure, or either way, I don't know. But I've heard about that. The point is this: you see, Okpebolo again has been running away from public debate.
Exactly.
Why? You want to rule people and you're running away from them? Then how will they take you seriously? What it means is that you're likely to be, if you enter there, you are likely to be a puppet. You will not have a mind of your own. And nobody wants that anymore, because the situation in the country is such that people are so agitated by the poverty in the nation.
All right. Just before we wind up, I'd love to have your take, Barrister Vansufeli. Speak to us on what Emeka did say, process and procedure. And if this moves to the Supreme Court, where do you see the case going to?
It was the procedure that was faulted. The procedure was not followed as laid down by the Constitution. And that in itself is a cardinal sin. The court cannot see that and close its eyes against it. Okay? And the court faulted that procedure and faulted the lawmakers for secreting the provisions of law and have the deputy governor on the post. Okay, as to what it will be like at the Supreme Court, it does not lie in the mouth of the lawyer to tell the outcome of a case that has been filed at the Supreme Court. These are the Court of Appeal now, and the Court of Appeal where its judgment is from now. After 2 weeks, the appellant will decide whether they are going to appeal further or not. Now, if they are going to appeal to the Supreme Court will also deal with it in the manner it deems fit, as the case may be. So, for now, I do not think that it's right for Philip Shaibu to resume office. It is not proper under the law.
All right. Thank you so very much. Your parting word on this, especially speak to us on what we see today in the political class. Do you think we are about to, see a new Nigeria with leaders like this who are desperately yearning for positions, even when Nigerians are saying, come on, you are biting more than you can chew?
I'm afraid the answer is no. Like I said earlier, whenever you hear news about Shaibu, it's about some drama happening around him to him when he's pulling off some kind of stunt. I think he needs to stop that. The office is seeking to occupy his high executive office and will not come by dramatizing, some acts and activities. He needs to scale back on that. And since there is, you want to use the law to come back to office, they don't do another illegal thing. If they use the law illegally to remove you, don't use the law illegally to come back to office. So let the appeal them be exhausted. If the Supreme Court rules and says you are deputy government, fine. Other than come back. But even that means we leave us with no option and think that there's very little left for the country.
Very true. Time is of the essence when it comes to politics, especially for political class. Shaibu is 54 years old. If he allows this rule by, and this whoever it is that becomes the governor stays for 8 years, he will be 62. and the possibility of him still getting that particular position might not be here, not there. So what do you speak to this, especially when our politicians are so desperate?
Well, that's what I said earlier. The sentiment just anywhere in Edo is that Shaibu, yes, was a youth leader, student leader, mobilizer. But the way he has conducted himself in recent times, we were together. You were together with Obaseki. You fought together. Yes, Wike came and helped you. You got a second term. But the same Wike complained that later you started insulting him.
That Shaibu started insulting?
Yes, that Shaibu was disrespectful to him. So that is a minus. And then Oshomole has disowned you. Oshomole is trying to be a godfather in Edo North. Has disowned you. And then you're just trying to hang around here and there. No. No.
But don't you think that's the same behavior?
But it's the turn of Edo Central. Based on equity, the turn of Edo Central. And you are told clearly you're from Edo North. It's only a small part of Edo North that can actually also be considered alongside with Edo Central. And your area doesn't fall within that, that catchment area. That wait, 2027 is not far. Finish, somehow or the other, you can be made a minister or one thing or the other. There are many things. There are still positions to be filled. You can be made an ambassador or something. Hold on. Help the PDP to win. Then there are things you will not be left in the wilderness. Look at the tenure we end, I think, in November or so, and you are fighting now. It's too late in the day. You should have relaxed, cooled down. After he apologized to the governor, why did he go back again? No, it's too late in the day. It's too late in the day.
Very, very true.
So Shaibu should just take it easy, apologize to the government, remain in PDP. Relax, work out a political solution. Yeah. There's always a tomorrow. Yeah. That in politics, I've advised many politicians like this. Remember, there's always a tomorrow. Don't rubbish today, because the sun will still rise tomorrow.
Very, very true, very, very true. But unfortunately, Yeltsin Wike has set a precedence where you can be in one party and still do whatever it is you want in another party, and this is almost happening to Shaibu now.
See what happened to APC in Rivers State now. Amechi's camp has taken over.
Very true. Well, this is a developing story, and we promise to keep you updated as it unfolds. Definitely, we'd love to say thank you to Bar Stefan Sofeli for being part of our show. We enjoy your time, and we'd love to say thank you. And Mecca, thank you also for being part of our show. Cyril Lavaku, thank you as always for being part. For you, our audience, and we'd love to say thank you also for making our time to be part of our discussion today. We truly do enjoy and appreciate your time. But please visit us on our site at enterprisetvnews.com for more information, and also like, comment, and follow us on all our social media platforms at Enterprise TV7. I am Henry Ikwebike. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye from us.
Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.